Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, as I was putting my phone onto silent, it was 11:11, but now it's gone to 11:12. So let's do a midweek check-in. I believe it's Wednesday today. Okay, we're the 19th of June. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Let's see what's been going on at the beginning part of this week, how we're looking now, and then let's have a look at the energy moving towards the latter part of the week. Okay, I'm using the Witch's Tarot. Okay, that's cool. Let's give them a good shuffle. I might just have to move the microphone out of the way. I need a bit more room when I'm doing a Celtic cross. Sorry guys. Okay, let's see how this is going to unfold. Let's have a look at the situation. We've got the Nine of Wands. This is a feminine energy who is spiritually strong. It's like she's a warrior. Okay. So here we have a very strong, independent, feminine energy. It's not like in the Rider-Waite, the Nine of Wands has a gentleman, a masculine energy on there, and he's quite wounded. So he has like a bandage around his head. And it's the journey has really taken its toll on him. Now we have a feminine in this one, and it looks like she's kind of overcome her challenges. It's the strength of this feminine. So there's going to be a block or a challenge for this feminine. Let's have a look and see what it is. And I feel that this block is about her going kind of full force. So I'm feeling something's knocked her. What say faith? Okay, let's have a look. We've got the Sun. The Sun, positivity. Okay, so a lack of positivity, certainly the lack of faith. If this is the block, this the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. Okay, it means new beginnings, enlightenment. It's like everything is just sunshiny, everything just goes your way. Okay, and for this feminine, that's the block, is it's like remaining positive. So let's have a look and see what's gone on. Well, let's just say since I've been on, I've done the weekend reading, which took us up to Monday, so we'll stick with having a look at what's gone on maybe over the weekend and the beginning part of the week. We've got, I think there's two there. Okay, this one wants to go first. We've got a transformation here. This is the Death card. And then we've got the Ten of Swords as well. They both mean completion of some cycle and enlightenment into a new one. So this is an energy of no longer subjecting yourself to being stabbed in the back. There you go. And then we have this transformation here. His head's quite a light. It looks like he's furious. That's interesting. Okay. And they are both masculines in there, in those pictures. So I'm not sure what that is. Why that's come out in the past energy when it feels like it's a feminine here. The only thing I can pick up on is the masculine blocking this feminine's positivity, because it does kind of look like a masculine on this horse. What's happening now? We have the Well, it's the 1111 card. I know we missed it by a minute, didn't we? So we're back to the 1111. This is about celebration. It's about getting your foundations right, which means home life, friendships, relationships. It's about you doing things the way that you want to do them. That's the present energy. Now let's have a look at going into the end of this week. Let's look what the energy is going to be like. The Emperor. So now we have a strong masculine energy here who is observing, I don't know, the children. Okay, I'm a little bit confused now. There's a few energies running around in this reading. There's definitely the feminine, who seems to be the actual situation, her strength. And then we have a block, which is the Sun card. Let's have a look at what's going on behind the scenes, what Divine's got its hands on. Six of Wands, this is about returning, about your worth being recognised. When I said here about it's kind of the end of the world, about being stabbed in the back, kind of enough's enough now. So I feel that it's kind of been anger, frustration, and I said he felt like he was kind of furious. That's caused this transformation, because now it looks like the solid foundations are being looked at, a happy home. But now I'm picking up on a masculine energy regarding a feminine in the middle here. The feminine's energy, I believe, may have caused the actual positivity part. I don't know how am I going to be saying this? I don't know. It's as if the Emperor here has been activated by this feminine strength in the middle and has caused this Empress transformation. To have a look at the aspects within the home, within the environment. Positivity. Because we now have this masculine who is looking for recognition, reward. He's taking back his power. And it's like something has triggered this. Some kind of rage. Okay. Now, let's have a look how this, because now I'm feeling that it's now actually the Emperor we're looking at. Not so much this feminine's energy. Although I did pick up. Oh, I picked up about being spiritually strong. But it's keeping the faith, I feel, with that. So with the feminine energy in the middle, it's about keeping the faith and carry on being spiritually strong no matter what's going on around you. I believe it's activated somebody, a masculine here, into movement, wanting to do something. Or there's consideration. Let's have a look how, well, I'm going to say let's have a look how this Emperor is feeling, but let's see what card comes out. We've got both of them. Both being spiritually strong. What I love about this card is normally it's the feminine who shows the strength within the card. I'm going to read the meaning of this card, because that's definitely what we're touching on, is the strength, okay, of this feminine's rubbing off onto this lion here, this masculine energy. He's very contented. Okay, kind of being in her presence. Now, she's not trying to prise his mouth open. There's no persuading here. It's like they are both content where they are. So I said I wasn't sure whose energy it is, and it's both of them. And with the Emperor here, yes, it feels very divine masculine, divine feminine. Let's have a look at the Strength card, especially with the Strength card coming out. I want to kind of say it's like the missing piece, missing puzzle piece. Let me just read this card to you. An auburn-haired woman sits quietly at dawn with a large male lion at her side. The lion is magnificent, and he leans contently into the woman for comfort. She is smiling, calm, and able to control the lion by her demeanour and touch alone. Excuse me, seem to be losing my voice now. The woman is crowned with green oak leaves. These represent strength. A lemniscate, the infinity symbol, glows above the woman's head and shows that she is a spiritual and magical being. Her gown is white and red. Both of these colours are associated with the goddess. Around her neck are 8 glowing rubies. The number of these fiery stones is a reminder and a link to the number of her Major Arcana card. The necklace is an important symbol for the woman in the card, as the ruby is known for enhancing a positive and courageous state of mind. A garland of lush red roses, signifying harmony and beauty, drapes over the lion and the woman, linking them together, which brings up the question of who has strength in this card. The woman for her quiet strength, power and enjoyment of the situation, or the lion for being strong enough to tame his wilder impulses, to have self-control and to allow himself the pleasure of the experience. So the meanings: gentle strength, calmness, fortitude and quiet personal power are the themes of this card. When this card turns up in a reading, it is a reminder that brute force is not necessary in the current situation. However, the wise use of personal power, self-control, determination and strength of character are. Sometimes the strongest things we can do is to have confidence in ourselves and our personal power, to be strong enough to work calmly and with determination through any challenges we may face, carefully and in complete control of ourselves. So the key words are strength of character, personal power, restraint, being calm, self-control, confidence and determination. Okay, so both the energies there are being picked up. Who holds the strength within the card? Looks very much at the moment the masculine here has this, like, there's been this ignition, this fire. There's a very strong masculine energy here of kind of a comeback. Okay. Where I felt the feminines were, it's about keeping faith, remaining strong. So let's have a look how this energy is affecting others, or how other people are viewing. I've got to say the divine masculine, divine feminine. Let's see if it just wants to pick up on one of the energies or if we're sticking to both. We have a surveillance card here, so situation is being surveyed, which you can tell by the Emperor here. So this is when you're considering the details, you're observing, you're surveying situations, wanting more information. Can be a chatty energy, wanting to talk maybe, but about communication. When we have the surrender card, this is a card I actually want to read the surrender one. We can read both. Yeah, we can do what we want. Let's read both. Page of Swords. Let's start off with this young lad here who is being rather observant. Let's hold him up. We'll do the surrender card in a minute. A tall, thin teenage boy stands on a green plain. A strong breeze is blowing his metal hawk pendant that he wears as a talisman round his neck. In both hands, the Page of Swords easily holds a sword aloft. He is checking himself for the moment and is intensely reviewing the situation. Will he strike out and defend himself, or will he put the sword down? It could go either way, as he appears to be putting you on notice and psyching himself up for a possible battle all at the same time. His shirt is a soft, cloudy grey colour with yellow trim and pale blue hawks embroidered on the sleeves. This traditionally heraldry symbolises that he is impatient and will not stop until his goals are reached. Behind him are blue skies and white fluffy fair weathered clouds. Off in the far distance at the horizon, mountains can be seen. In this court card, the element of air is paired with the intensity and quick, moody reactions of a young man. It is anybody's guess as to whether he will rein in his temper and react appropriately. Okay. So I picked up on him being quite furious, and this impatience about going after goals. So the meanings, when this card lands in a reading, and the position is how others will be viewing, or how this is going to be affecting others that are around, I'm going to have to say the Emperor, or the Empress, really. Okay, just within the Strength card here, so let me just carry on. When this card lands in a reading, it means that you need to think quickly and act decisively, but keep your temper in check. You need to remain vigilant and be on guard for trouble or conflict, but you should use your wit and not brute force. So that's picked up again from this Strength card. It said that brute force is not necessary here. This feels like a taming of the Emperor's energy, because there's a temper and there's frustration. There's somebody who's quite impatient, and I did pick up on furious. So I'm not sure what's gone down there to cause this Emperor to be in this energy. But let's carry on reading. You do have the ability to quickly put an end to nonsense and petty arguments with either quick actions or a few well-chosen words. This card may physically represent an intense, impulsive and active young person with brown hair and green or hazel eyes. The hawk symbolises messages, and when it appears in your life, it is always a sign for deity to pay attention to what is going on around you. The message of the Page of Swords is that caution, cleverness and tact are needed at this time. Try for tact before you take a swipe at your opponent. Okay, so I'm going to say this Emperor here may be being viewed as being a bit tactless. So keywords are vigilance, caution, standing on guard for trouble or conflict, putting an end to petty conflicts with a few well-chosen words. An intense and intelligent young man. It's definitely an intense energy coming from this Emperor. And it looks like it could be here all week. Okay. Let's have a look at this Surrender card. This is the Five of Swords. Five swords are fanned out across a beautiful bright blue sky. Pearly white clouds are illuminated, and just beneath the gathered points of the five swords is a gorgeous iridescent dragonfly, the symbol for the element of air, the fairy realm and illusion. It's that illusion here. This masculine has definitely got himself worked up about something. And it looks like he's ready to kind of attack. So, five fairies fly merrily around the swords, uncaring of their sharp edges and any possible danger. But what do you suppose is the most dangerous aspect of this card? The sharp edges of the swords, or the possible trickery of the fae? The card shows that your pride was hurt, but it's not fatal. Do not overreact. You may feel embarrassed at the moment, but most of what you are so humiliated about is an illusion. The dragonfly represents a need to gain a new perspective and to make a change. The fairies encourage you to learn to laugh at yourself a bit, to see through others' trickery, and to keep moving forward. So the meanings. When the Five of Swords appears in a reading, it is a signal that the querent is feeling humiliated and embarrassed. This is only a partial defeat, and they are still in control. Don't give up. Shift things around and look for more possibilities. Allow the element of air to bring some fresh air and a new perspective into your life. Heed the message of the dragonfly and see through the illusions of others. Transform your life into something bright and wonderful. The keywords are embarrassment, illusion, trickery. Learn to laugh at yourself and keep going forward. This here, it's about being stabbed in the back too many times, and it really is this energy of enough's enough. But there's something about pulling on the feminine's female, or the feminine's strength energy, the female energy here. Finding comfort within. And I'm feeling that could actually maybe be draining the actual feminine's energy. So that's why the message is coming through about remaining strong. Okay. Let's have a look at any hopes or fears that want to come up. But this masculine does have to kind of watch his temper a little bit. Not so much brute force needed. It seems that feel this masculine here has been tricked, or feels that he's just been stabbed too many times in the back. And I feel now he's strong. It's a bit like the Hulk energy. Hopes or fears. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, going after now the legacy, the security. This is about, I know what I want and I'm going to go and achieve it. It's a kind of a one life, one chance feeling to this card. This young teenage boy here wants to achieve his goals. Let's have a look at the outcome. There's the Void. Now, I'm not sure what this means. It's a feminine who's walking away from the Eight of Cups to the Two. The reading is for both. Again, it's like, where is the feminine going to? It's like the divine feminine and divine masculine are both at this kind of end of their stage. The dark night of the soul, maybe. Maybe the feminine will be experiencing a kind of another mini healing dark night of the soul, because I said about having faith, and you go into the Eight of Cups when you need to heal, when you need solitude, when you need alone time. I know my energy's most definitely been drained the last 3 days since actually I got back. I got back from Amsterdam Sunday morning and I have been absolutely drained. So it'd be awesome if this reading actually gets out. So yes, just finding it hard to tap in. So I myself understand what this feels like, to actually go and take solitude, to kind of, when you feel drained, you have to kind of remain strong. And the positivity levels, you don't feel naturally as positive and uplifting. So, okay. So we have this, it could be a week here, the rest of the week, where the feminine is in solitude healing, and the masculine here is dealing with the things that need to be dealt with, and obviously working on tact. It's said about having just a few well-chosen words can actually wrap up some cycles. It looks like this masculine does have cycles that need to be wrapped up. And we have the feminine here in the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is when you're going towards a two, so spiritual union, but it is that time when you need to reflect, go within, deal with any triggers, and healing. And I believe we will always have these spells. because we're always, you know, it's a constant of change, isn't it? You have to adjust to that, and we're always triggered by others and their behaviours, and that's how we grow. So that's very interesting. Okay, I'm not looking at the bottom of the deck. No. I'm going to actually get some chakra wisdom cards. I feel these are very feminine based, and I'm going to work on top of these. I'm going to keep my table tidy. These cards are pretty. I think they're very pretty, the covers of them. I'm going to clarify a bit. This death card here, he's being welcomed by a young boy with flowers, and he just looks too focused on going after his goals. It's like I have to say it because I feel it, but I was going to say I'm hoping it's not a feeling of revenge. The horse has red eyes as if he's quite focused, so there's definitely something about this masculine's energy that needs to be tamed. And it does look like the feminine here energy is being transmuted to the masculine. I feel that might be why kind of the energy level was dropped for the divine feminine. Like the warrior of the divine feminine. It's like the masculine's now tapping into that. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands. Two of Swords. So this is about not allowing anything to interfere with your energy. Okay, so you're quite guarded, closed off, and just following your guidance. You can see her head's kind of slightly turned, as if she is really trying to kind of connect to her senses. I want to say not be tricked by the illusion. She is facing a new dawn now. But maybe what she's got to go through is kind of the unknown. That's about having faith. I just feel with her gown there, it's very wispy, isn't it? As if she's kind of got spiritual protection around her. So that's what I feel with this Nine of Wands. Now we have this block, so it comes out sideways, so it's kind of like, what's the challenge here? Positivity. What's going on with the positivity? Knight of Cups. Sorry, that's quite, I find that quite amusing because I said it feels like the masculine's not stealing it, energy pinching. But he has a cup here, okay, that's kind of sparkling. It all looks a bit dark there. I feel that this is the energy that could give the masculine the spur that he needs. Okay, so we've got Knight of Cups. That's the knight that will come in with love. But it's like he's kind of taken that. Okay. It looks like that's what he's actually following. He's got this cup of love here. Let's have a look at what's gone on in the past with the Death card and the Ten of Swords. Four of Wands. Well, that's the next card we're coming to. So it looks like, yeah, definitely working on these foundations. It's got to be heartfelt at home or in the community. Because this is a green card. This is just so much about the heart chakra. And we have that cup of love here. And with the blue is going to be about speaking the truth. Because it's a throat chakra. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card. That's really turning it around from the Ten of Swords, having enough now to being furious enough to actually change things, and going after your heart's desire. So now we have the Four of Wands again in the present energy, so you can see that it's moved on. Got the Princess of Wands, and we've got the Five of Swords. The Prince, is it just one card there? Yeah. The Princess of Wands is, again, we have a feminine who is going after her adventures or planning them. Because it's a princess, it's a page. So it's more preparation for adventures, wanting adventures, because it's a passionate energy. And there she is in her green gown, again, quite wispy there. And the Five of Swords. It's a surrender card again, this one here. I was just looking what was going on. But this masculine here is observing. You can see he's looking out the corner of his eye. And he's kind of observing what's going on. His swords aren't all completely down yet, are they? He's got two that are still up kind of the right way, so three of those are down. There's two people here. Somebody here, and then we have this feminine who looks like she's going to be walking right the way through them. That's in the current energy. Okay, Mr. Emperor, let's have a look at you for the rest of this week. Six of Swords, moving on. There's a feminine with a child in a boat here. And then we have the Emperor. This is the feminine's energy, moving on, building firm foundations. You have to remember that she's in the void. It's moving on to calmer waters. All the swords are down. And then we have the Emperor here, there's children in both of these cards. But I feel it's a masculine and feminine energy. It's a very combined Celtic cross. Behind the scenes, so Divine saying this is about you realising your worth, going after your dreams, your goals, and feeling that you can achieve them, but in a way that isn't, I feel, so aggressive. Eight of Coins. The masculine here needs to, you're only defensive if you're questioning your self-worth and feel that you need to explain yourself and stick up for yourself to prove to people who you are, what you're capable of doing, and to prove them wrong. I think we all want to do that. We all want the opportunity to kind of show people that they were wrong about our judgments on us. But that's really the only time that you want to fight, is when it makes you question your own faith in you, which comes back to that first card of the feminine doing it. But we have the feminine here who's actually working on her pentacles. So I feel that Divine is kind of saying, the masculine, you really need to work on your own self-worth. Okay, there's no need to prove that to anybody. The only person you've got to really prove anything to is yourself, okay, just by remaining in your integrity. And then we have the feminine here who is kind of slotting these coins into place, into position. The Eight of Coins is about working on your future, on your plans, on your desires. It's about getting your head down, coming with this, the planning of future plans, passionate future plans that will create this. It's like the masculine's observing the feminine doing this. So that's what's going on behind the scenes that Divine says. And it's as if feminines carry on working on your craft, your goals, your dreams, and then the masculine realising your self-worth, but kind of having a look at your demeanour. Let's have a look at the Strength card then, a Major Arcana. We've got the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine here. Eight of Swords. It's something to do with the mirror. So I feel it's about the illusions again. But the Eight of Swords is about feeling bound and trapped. But normally I like to refer to it as being, I haven't got it out here anywhere else, as following spiritual guidance. So it's that non-interference again. It's like knowing the truth. I suppose maybe when you look into the reflection of the mirror, it's like, who do you see? And if it's negative self-talk, you know, that's just an illusion. But there's something definitely here about mirroring. I might get another one from here. Especially mirroring with, what first came out was the masculine and feminine mirroring each other. I'm going to get another one from here. Oh yeah, the Two of Cups. So it has come out, the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine's energy, spiritual union. Conversations in the mirror that one's not aware of, about looking back at your reflection. It was about the strength, about these two being very content in each other's energy. There's kind of a real protection here for both of them with the Two of Cups. And coming from with the orange here, that's the sacral chakra, which is the passion, the creativity. Let's have a look at this lad here. Okay. Impatient, and maybe has been embarrassed, humiliated, and the response this has caused, I'm going to say, maybe this masculine to respond quite harshly, taking back his power, but maybe in a bit of a ruthless way. Look, Eight of Cups. So I felt that this feminine was having an impact on this masculine, and I feel it's her fiery passion that's making him kind of react like this. It's the frustration of the connection. Let me show you. It's like what's going on behind the scenes. Ten of Pentacles. Knowing what you're wanting, your goal in this lifetime. Knight of Coins. The Knight thinks long, hard, and he takes his time in making a decision, but when it is made, it's long term. This Knight here is going after his own suit, look. So the Knight of Coins for the Ten of Pentacles. Let's look at this feminine in the void. Four of Cups. I feel here that the masculine may feel the feminine is quiet. And I believe that the feminine may be quiet because the masculine has been maybe not knowing, but actually taking the feminine's energy, which has caused for her to go into the Eight of Cups, the void. but the masculine's not aware about where she has gone, her energy. And I feel that's because she's been kind of distributing it. So the masculine is feeling this is where the feminine is, which will cause concern and the rage of whatever's kind of been made up, the illusion that's been made up in the mind about the feminine's energy, kind of feeling the draining of the feminine's energy, not being able to pick up on it. But what the actual, what's really going on is the feminine is in the void, but healing. This is the card about being unhappy, bored, discontented. I said you go into this to heal. It's because of the positivity that's maybe been drained from the feminine. Okay. That's it. Should we do some oracles? Most definitely. Angel prayer, oracle cards, new beginnings there. Okay. I'm going to pull one for the feminine, I'm going to pull one for the masculine. Let's pull one for the masculines first. Masculines, you've got Earth Angel. You have your own Earth Angel, and it seems to be in the essence of your divine feminine. So thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. I feel that this is the inspiration that the feminine has had on the masculine. Okay, it's quite beautiful. The angels are so grateful for all of your positive thoughts and the actions you do for others. They want you to take some time to see how amazing you are as a person. They are so blessed to have someone like you helping them to do their work here on earth. You are an angel of the earth. Thank you. Instead of working out what you want next in your life, ask yourself these simple questions. How can I be of service? How can I first serve myself? And how can I extend my help to others? When you have the answers, know that they are guidance from your angels. They want you to be just like them. And by living your life in a balanced way, for yourself first, and then for others, you will become a living, breathing angel. So I feel that this is really about that exchange of energy. It's the divine feminine's role to be able to do that. With the divine feminine being spiritually strong, you can distribute that. And if that's to her divine counterpart, the divine masculine, then that is part of the role. And the feminine is strong enough. But maybe the masculine needs to understand how the process works, is that will drain the feminine's energy, which will then mean, because of the exchange, the feminine will then be taken into the void, okay, to heal from that. It's the exchange. So it's quite beautiful. Masculines, you've got your own designated earth angel. And I think when you understand the process, especially with the feminines, to understand the process as well, you know, it's okay to take time out and actually appreciate what you are doing for others. Okay. And they're saying, really, the feminines are saying, because the masculines are inspired by the feminines, they're saying, you know, you are just like them. They want you to be just as strong. So that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Let's have a look for the divine feminines. It's definitely a reading where guidance is needed on both sides. Divine Feminines, it's time to take breath. It's take time to breathe. That's what it says. It's time to take breath. Take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease knowing you're here. It's okay to take that time out to rejuvenate, regenerate. Let's read it. You can find yourself fighting against it. And then when you actually understand the process, you're like, no, I understand why I have to like take time out now and just not worry about things. It's okay to rest. You understand why. Okay. Take time to breathe. Okay, Divine Feminines, this one's for you. The angels have seen that you've been rushing around with your chores and hectic schedule, and they see the toll is being taken on your inner peace. They are encouraging you to take some time out and breathe. It is so important for your well-being that you get some rest and allow your energy to catch up with your physical being. Got goosebumps, I was saying that. When you have too much going on at once and you rush around, you get less done. So slow down your pace, take your time, breathe deeply, enjoy the air around you, and you will complete your tasks. By taking time out to breathe before you start your day, or at the end to digest the events of the hours gone by, you will give yourself the time and space to review the positive experiences you've had. When you rush around so much, you see less and don't get to enjoy the peace, the happiness and the blessings. When you take time to breathe and enjoy the beautiful air, you will also begin to recognise the divine blessings and people in your life. You're here to enjoy life, not rush straight through it. So relax and breathe. As you do so, you will draw divine angels even closer to your heart. Time out, Divine Feminines. Guilt-free, time out, as long as you need. And that time out only comes when you surrender to having the time out, rather than just keep trying to push yourself to do, especially when it's chores or jobs that you know that you need to be doing. Once you surrender and take time out, you actually find that you probably don't need as long as what you think. So 24 hours complete time out will then just allow the energy to catch up. Bottom of the deck, express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. I'm going to read it. I feel like it's for both, so I looked for a reason. Express your creativity. You are a creative being, and the angels are encouraging you to tap into your gifts so that you can share your talents with the world. These can go beyond an art form or even music. As you are constantly creating your life, these can go beyond an art form or even music, as you are constantly creating your life. I said that about change, always having to go through maybe this solitude time. You are being handed a blank canvas by the angels and encouraged to paint what happens next. Creative energy is flowing through you right now. Take some time to express this divine love, this divine gift that you have. You are an artist with a phenomenal ability to create your life in the light of your creator. In order to take the next step, you are being encouraged to paint it, or write, or sing about it. Bring it into creation in a loving, expressive way. And where did I pick up that? Here. The Princess of Wands. I said it was a planning preparation of what kind of, from the heart. But this is about creativity, the passion. Planning. That's kind of happening at the moment in the present energy. Let's pull a Greek mythology for the masculine side, and we will use a Divine Feminine card. They would have to be at the back, wouldn't they? That's cool. going to have some Archangel guidance as well. And the Divine Feminine card. And we'll just see where this takes us. Let's get a card for the masculine first. Okay, let's see what wants to come out for the masculines. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that. The Moria. The future. Spider's web here. Well, that's most definitely what the masculine energy is focusing on, is the future. You can tell that by this. Now, whereabouts would this be in the book? With the M's, not the T's. The future. These three goddesses were said to spin the future, and this powerful card describes the mechanism of fate. But some ancient Greeks wrote that this is not always predetermined and can be quite flexible. We are allowed to exercise some influence over our future as long as we work within the rules. To do this, we should seek out our potential future by divination and then work to change the prediction if we don't like it. We can appeal to Zeus for his leniency, but also we should have confidence in our free will and ability to bend the energy and achieve a better outcome. I was going to say a better income, a better outcome. This combination of both asking of our potential future, but also understanding that within limits we have the power and potency to alter it, is an important one. Total belief in a positive future will bring contentment towards you. Value each moment and get the best you can out of it. Your confidence in your fortune will then grow accordingly. Okay then, masculines, there's with the goddesses who are weaving the future. We are allowed to exercise some influence over our future as long as we work within the rules. Okay. The combination of both asking of our potential future, but also understanding that within limits we have the power and potency to alter it, is an important one. And it picks up on this positivity again. Total belief in a positive future will bring contentment towards you. So this positivity here that I feel is being shared from the feminine to the masculine brings the contentment here. Let's go to the Divine Feminines now. See what energy's coming out. That's going to be interesting to see what card wants to come out for the feminines. Well, we'll soon find out. There's two. Okay, we'll take them. Oh, and he's just decided to scoot off somewhere. Where are you off to? And the Greek mythology cards are falling over up here. What's that about? What is the card then? Show me the card. Psyche, doubtfulness. The future, and then we have doubtfulness. Psyche was a beautiful mortal woman who was lonely after the god Eros fell in love with her. They were happy enough, but Psyche was filled with doubt and wanted more from him to prove his devotion. She then, naively, betrayed his trust, putting Eros in grave danger. Eros left and Psyche was racked with remorse and grief for many months, causing suffering to the mortal world. But even in her morose state, she was still slow to do all that she could to restore their relationship. However, Eros recovered and the lovers were finally brought together for eternity by his devotion. What is the moral of the story? Rightly or wrongly, we can question love and cause problems in a relationship, but fortunately the hot flames of Eros's passion can ignite a reunion, for ultimately the soul needs the life-giving passion of love, which animates and awakens all things. Perhaps you should now have trust and not doubt the situation. There's a message for you, masculines. I think that comes in kind of about questioning love here, and especially how the reaction is. That said about causing, she was a mortal woman, it caused kind of heartache. Her energy rubbed off onto the land, let's say that, and that's what I feel that was for this rage with the masculine. Eros didn't. Her own behaviour caused us to behave. Her own behaviour was caused by herself, by her missing her lover, and by betraying him. And I feel that that's kind of more the masculine's energy missing the divine feminine. And but it was Eros's passion, being the divine feminine's passion. Why am I shuffling them again? That actually made the reunion possible. I've not had this card. I'm going to call her Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body and I love the woman in my life fiercely. So this is for the feminine's energy. Let's read this first, the poetess. Let's find out where she is. 182. Sappho embodies the deep love, admiration, and sensuality that exists between women. It is believed Sappho was born around 6030 BCE on the Greek island of Lesbos. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse, and the poetess as the Homer was referred to as the poet. Poetess just as Homer, sorry, I've totally ballsing this up. Right, I'm jumping, I'm not actually reading, sorry. I've already seen all the words. I'm resting at the moment. So when your soul selects her card, instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our bodies to others, or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, Sappho urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do: love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. So, power of the divine feminines, that's what. We can't recover Sappho's last poems, but we can reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure we are capable of feeling. And we can love unapologetically with the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depths of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge the lady loves in your life. Go to the spa, make a dinner together, go skinny dipping, or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. Sappho is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges your love for the fact that you are a woman and for the radiant woman who constellates your life. So, soul voice meditation. Is there a woman in my life I can send love to and lift up in this moment? An intention. I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life. And I love the women in my life fearlessly. Can even be as much as I absolutely adore my girls, my daughters, and I think they are going to be the most amazing women that I know of now. I'm very proud of them, and it is about celebrating the beauty of us actually being women. So for me, that just really tapped into my love for my daughters and my friends, and the encouragement that you can actually help them to kind of step into their divinity and appreciate their own self-worth. So the divine feminine here is very much appreciating the power, I want to say, of the feminine essence and helping others to recognise that within them. Okay, and then we have, I'll come on with these names. Khadija, the mother of believers. That's what it is. It needs somebody to actually point out how beautiful the feminine essence is and how powerful and the impact it can have, especially on the masculine essence. So, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. I'm just going to read the soul selects part of this card. Let's find out where she is. My eyes are really in slow mode. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. 56. There's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship to the material world is crucial and integral to reaching our spiritual potential. Khadija represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence. We can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves, and we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. There is also a false idea about when true love will find us and how. Khadija liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved or supported or provided for by our life partner. Khadija provided for the Prophet, and her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman and single mum. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. Khadija reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. Soul voice meditation. Do I feel worthy of abundance? An intention. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay. That single mum came up again. It just reminded me of we have the children here with the masculine, but I picked up on the feminine that was in a boat. Moving on. I don't know where I've seen it. I thought there was a picture of the feminine here. Was I wrong? Why did I think I saw that? Oh, I did. with a child here. Okay. I've read that one now. Let's get some Archangel guidance, and then I think I'm going to end on, let's end on a Rumi message, I think. Now, where's these cards? We're going to get some guidance for the masculine, guidance for the feminine, and a joints one. So let's get one for the masculine. I can see what one wants to come out. Clairvoyance. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Okay, let's read this for the masculines. Your clairvoyance may come in different forms, as fleeting mental images in your mind's eye, as dreams, as reoccurring sights in the physical world, as auras and energy, or as apparition experiences. All of the facets of clairvoyance are beautiful and varied. Enjoy and trust them. Hold the intention of seeing only love, and that is what you'll see. So working with Archangel Raziel. Raziel's aura holds all the colours of the rainbow, like a beautiful prism of light. Working with clear quartz crystals magnifies clairvoyance and helps you feel closer to Raziel. This is about spiritual awakening now. With the Death card here, it's going to be coming in different forms. And it's made me so want to pull a, what are they called? The Ancestor cards. Okay, I'll do that before. Let's put the boxes away. I'll do that before I read a Rumi message. Let's get one for the feminines. Okay. All is well. I'm not actually going to read this one, feminines. It's everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Let's get one joint for both, the Divine Masculine and Feminine. Breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So, great advice for both. Often during times of stress, you may unconsciously hold your breath. Yet, as you know, breath is essential to oxygenating your mind, body, spirit, and very life. Write a note to yourself to breathe as a reminder of the importance of invigorating yourself with deep and steady breaths. Make trips to places where fresh air is plentiful. You'll also notice an increase in air quality when you're near water, such as the beach or a lake. Even taking a shower or bath puts you in touch with the positive ions associated with water and air. So working with Archangel Raphael. Raphael's name means whom God heals, and he is known as the healing angel in charge of physical healings for all living beings. Often Raphael gives us divine guidance, intuition, thoughts, ideas, dreams, and so on about how we can participate in keeping our bodies healthy. When you call upon Raphael for a healing, pay attention to inner impressions and be sure to follow through upon guidance that calls you to take action. Okay. So mentioned there again about dreams. When you call, no, let's go a bit further up. Often Raphael gives us divine guidance, intuition, thoughts, ideas, dreams, and so on about how we can participate in keeping our bodies healthy. There's the joint one. Okay, and let me find the, I can see these ancestor cards. just wrapped up. I'm out of coffee. So let's give them a shuffle. See if we can give them a good shuffle. It's 1222. All that means I've been on for an hour and 11 minutes. An hour and 10. But it was 11:11, wasn't it, when I said, now it's 1222. Got that 11:11 card twice in this reading. That 4 of Wands. Let's get one. I think that's a good shuffle. So let's have one for the masculines. Okay, I see you. Let's have one for the feminines. Winter. Take care of your needs. Just coming into summer this week. So let's have a look at these seasons. Winter. Do everything you need to be your best, then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animal realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too, but although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. The winter card features a wolf, one of the few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So if you feel you need to go it alone at this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own space. You have an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust that the light within you will sustain you through what may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. Excuse me. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. When the winter card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming winter will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Okay. It's time to step up and be the alpha. Let's have a look at the feminine. Yeah, animal guardian. Trust your instincts. I've got to look for where these are. They're kind of not laid out alphabetically. So, 94. Trust the powerful animal spirit within to learn more about yourself and your talents. The animal guardian is the card that represents the angels of the animal kingdom. Animals are angels of nature who have incredible lessons to offer and medicine that can support you on your spiritual journey and help you survive some of your greatest challenges. When you connect with the energies of animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energy within that can direct you towards everything you need and more. The Animal Guardian card depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has a love for them and they have a love for her, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature is with the spiritual realms. You have a powerful animal within that can be wild, protective, instinctive and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it. And you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. So really tapping on this fierceness, the ferociousness of the masculine's energy here. But I'm feeling for the feminines, it's like reconnect with nature and the animals to actually, top up your own energy levels. That's where you kind of get your, it's kind of where you pull from to top up your own cup of love so that then you can carry on sharing that. So it feels it does feel like the masculines are taking like the feminine's energy, okay? Not intentionally, but it's part of the process. And the feminines, you need to kind of rejuvenate yourself through nature rather than taking it from another soul, which the feminines wouldn't do. We're here to kind of express that positive energy and to distribute that, the contagiousness of it. But then we need to actually gain that energy back from somewhere. And so the Divine Feminine taps into Mother Earth. She's an Earth Angel. Perfect. I like that. Earth Angel. Right, what's I doing now? I'm going to end on a Rumi, aren't I? Yeah. Let's end on this message then, guys. I feel you. Okay. Let's have a look at what wanted to come out. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. So comes in with this, what's ignited the masculine's, feminine's energy, look. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Card number 36 brings it to that 9, which is about being spiritually strong. Okay, we've got the maintenance guys outside now. We'll get this one out. We'll get this message out. 36. That's good. Yeah. Let's just wait for the pussycat to come in. Okay, Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of the drunks. Rumi. Bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shews all logical restraint from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, I make drums from their skins and their spirits live on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come drum with me as I place feathers in your hair and we honour the spirits of my animals, of your animal nature too, wild and free as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic. Of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense. But I care not for what makes sense. I care for what brings you alive. You, O blazing angel, are being invited by the Wild Red Mother to participate in a dance of divine passion. You may be an activist, a poet, an advocate for justice, or a writer, content in your own world of dreams, or perhaps you are a healer, devoted to the liberation of the suffering of others and hungry to commune with ancient wisdom. Perhaps you are all of these, or some other exquisite amalgam. How do I say that? Amalgam of holy energy and form. Whatever your nature, there is a passion in your heart, a fire for something more powerful than fear that can become the fuel. Oh, come on, let's talk properly. The fuel for your life journey. If you accept the invitation of the Wild Red Mother, of course. This is the invitation to lay aside despair, to lay aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. Okay. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Will you join her, the wild red mother, in her exuberant play? You can choose to lead through joy, to heal through love, to transform suffering into what it is meant to be, the crucible through which ecstasy reveals itself. You do not have to analyse, to stay in the throes of process and ordered stages. You can choose this passionate path now if you wish. You are ready. It is open to you. Will you accept? It takes a great spirit, one with much practice of studied rebellion, to be ready to cast off the shackles of society from a place of loving defiance rather than fearful anger, and to playfully say to the world, I have tasted your stale bread and underdeveloped wine, and have had quite enough now. I decline your offer to gorge upon such lesser fruits. I prefer to feast upon bread, hot and fresh, and wine that is mouth-filling and, oh, I don't know this word, unctuous. Join me if you like. It is an abundant feast and there is plenty for all. Even in the spiritually minded, there can be a driving fear, thinly veiled as devotion to the most odorous path. Why am I not pronouncing these words right? Perhaps for a while that serves as a truth of sorts, but eventually there will come a time when smaller truths must give way to larger ones, so the soul can truly be free to grow. Passion is the bridge that leads you from a smaller truth that suffering is necessary in order to heal, towards a larger and more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. Yes, sometimes the divine lover, in all enthusiasm for the sport, bites you too hard or grabs you with so much desire that a bruise remains. However, the passion behind such fervent embrace can leave you begging for more life, for more of that boundless love, even when it knocks you on the head whilst grabbing for you. This is possible when you give up on judgment of what is good and what is bad, on what is apparently spiritual and what is not, and when you just realise everything in your life is leading to love. Whether through caress or a slap, the divine lover is seducing you. If you can accept this, you can certainly give yourself permission to love what you love, to live how you wish to live, and to forget about holding yourself back because some choices make sense and others supposedly do not. If you are able to rise to the passion that is possible for you, you'll let the wild red mother consume your philosophies and doctrines. She'll feast on your religion and your plans, and devour your doubts and certainties. She'll tear away your need for maps and directions. Just when you think there's nothing left, she'll grab your hands and spin with you. You'll tilt back your head and laugh so wildly with her spinning together along with the earth upon her axis. Well, she is the earth angel, so makes sense. With a daring and hot and bold love for life that will not be quashed, that wild mother speaks to you now. You can choose passion over fear time and time again. So I invite you to paint the whole world red with me with passionate nature. Let us laugh and change the world. This oracle comes to you with a message. It is a big cosmic yes. It is also an invitation to let go of suffering and struggle, not with regret or shame, but with gentle acknowledgement that it has had its purpose. It now has a bigger purpose, that of passion, which calls you to engage in the embrace of life with more abandon than ever before. Now is the time to let go of belief systems and needing to know anything. It is time to trust in the beating of your own heart and in the people, places and experiences that truly move you, whether it makes sense or appears to be logical or not. The wild red mother comes to you when you are ready for her at a soul level. Your mind may think she is a thief in the night, ready to pilfer all you hold near and dear, and be utterly in terror at the prospect. But your soul will be gurgling with such anticipation of freedom, it will fill your heart with sweet love and urge you to let go. Let her have her way with you, even if it means she crashes you into the dark as she fumbles and drags you, half asleep, to go out dancing with her under the full moon, wearing nothing but your animal skin and a smile. She'll soothe any bumps and bruises you receive in opening up to life with the most tender and effective of ministrations, for she is just as tender a nurse as she is a wild, raging dance partner. This oracle also brings you guidance. You have divine permission to do something ridiculous. Be it ridiculous in your own mind for your age or career path, or some identity or version of yourself you or another hold. The more ridiculous or inappropriate it seems, the more it moves you from your heart without rhyme or reason, the better. This is not about hurting people or behaving without moral code. It is not about childish indulgence and questionable justification for letting the ego misbehave. It is not about the ego at all. The wild mother eats ego for breakfast. This guidance is about listening to the truth of your heart and allowing your soul to throb with aliveness, making that more important than any restriction, opinion, judgment or fear the mind, yours or that of others, could summon. That was an awesome message. I feel like we're going to leave on a chakra card. It has a meditation on it. I didn't feel urged to read the honour and ritual, and if it doesn't tell me to read it, then sometimes I kind of like miss that bit. If I don't feel drawn to it, I'm drawn to a chakra. We've used the chakra cards today, so and also with the clairvoyance, with the alignment of the chakras here. Joy. Dancing Daisy. Let's just jump and see what happens. We don't know much about Dancing Daisy, but we do know that she brings joy whenever she appears. Everyone who sees her becomes happier and more peaceful. Arguments cease as she comes close. People are even healed physically as a result of her presence. No one knows where she came from, and just before the TV crews arrive, she leaves. So the inspiration, Dancing Daisy represents a new joyous phase in life and a significant change, such as a move, a new job or a marriage. This is the moment after the leap. You may not see where you are going, but you will land on your feet. So the personal inquiry, what can I do to invite happiness into my life? Being present is not the same as truly experiencing something. Key ideas, a conduit for joy, detached from joy, higher purpose, profoundly impacting lives, improved health, and a birth. Keywords, joy, playfulness, and delight. Okay, so here's the meditation. Now the yellow card is the solar plexus, so it's more your attitude of I can, with the yellow here, and that's positioned exactly really where they put that daisy here. So that's where your solar plexus is, just below the navel. There we are. So write down, sorry, wrong one. We're not going to write down, we're going to sit with Dancing Daisy. Look at her and allow her to fill you with joy. Now imagine a ball of sunshine in your solar plexus. Let it expand, allowing the room to be filled with this radiant energy. And send it out to the universe with love. Things manifest quickly after touching this energy. feel that's really just what the joy, the essence of the Divine Feminine's been doing, is just emitting this love out to the world. Okay. Joy. Joy to the world. Okay, guys, I'm leaving it there for this midweek check-in. I will see you guys when I see you. We've been on for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, that's cool. Hour and a half. Okay, guys, I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.